Today's message is primarily for the divine feminine twin flame, the feminine part of the twin flame union, and its connection with the Kundalini. You know, we speak a lot about the Kundalini awakening in the twin flame union. We have quite a few videos on this topic. Andre has spoken a lot recently as well, and he has some very interesting and important videos about that. And I would particularly mention the video about she is your Kundalini and he is your higher self. I definitely recommend you to watch that if you haven't, which is also connected with today's message. Now, when we speak about Kundalini awakening in the twin flame union, there's something that we all should know, and it is something that we became aware recently as well, more clearly. And it is the direction of how things are going. It is exactly so that the divine feminine has more to do with the Kundalini energy, as the divine masculine has more to do with the higher self. But I'm not going to speak about that bit. We're going to speak about the Kundalini today. There is, in many sources, an equal sign that is put between Kundalini energy and our sexual energy. However, this is a very big mistake. There is something in common though, and it is that Kundalini uses our sexual energy for her rising up. I experienced the Kundalini energy passing through my crown chakra about a year and a half ago now, and it has been one of the most intensive experiences I have had so far. And I'm fully aware that this experience is related to our union with Andre. The Kundalini takes the sexual energy because, as you know, Kundalini is located in the root chakra or somewhere there. As she's sleeping before her awakening, this is where she starts her journey. And she starts going up. So one of the first things that she awakens very strongly, this is our sexual energy. The misinterpretation of the sexual energy and Kundalini, however, has been what has been diverting, let's say, humanity from its higher purpose of the sexual energy. Because sexual energy is not given to us for the pure pleasure. It is something extremely sacred within ourselves. And it is one of the most amazing tools for awakening and for becoming the true master that we all carry within ourselves. The purpose of the sexual energy, however, is not to stay down in the sacral chakra, but for us to make its way so that it goes higher up in the higher chakras. And we're talking about the third eye and the crown chakra. This is the ultimate purpose of the sexual energy. the fall and the unsuccessful mission on this path is example of this is the ancient Babylonia. And unfortunately, I would say that this trend continues up to date, and there's many people, carriers of the feminine energy, who continue to use, let's say, the sexual energy in this way. And in this way, a lot of women, and not only, we will speak about feminine part, they use the sexual energy to lure men, let's say, and to divert them, to take them away as well from their divine path, because they also have a very unique and a very important role in this union. But as I said, it has to do more with the higher self. Of course, this is not extreme priority to just one part of the twin flame couple, and the other doesn't carry any responsibility on this as well. But let's say it is the Kundalini awakening is more of a priority of the feminine part of the twin flame union, and her rising most of all. There's two processes that are ultimately happening, and the one is going up on the higher chakras, the other is another energy that has to go lower to the lower chakras. And when one of these energies are blocked and they don't fulfill their ultimate purpose, then comes the downfall and the falling down from the Babylonian tower. It is quite a symbolic but a very truthful example, to be honest with you, because indeed the sexual energy is something very strong, and it can be used to destroy and to create, and it has a lot to do with our ethics and morals, how we go on this path, and how are we using this energy. It's all up to us, and on this, to a very big extent, will depend your successful union with your twin flame counterpart. So what is our mission as Divine Feminine? We are really to let go, because this is the best way to focus and to help Kundalini on her way up, as well as the sexual energy to fulfill its purpose of cleansing all blockages, energy blockages, on its way up, and completing its ultimate purpose. By letting go, we are not focusing on the mind. Now we have to make a difference. There's nothing wrong about using the mind. We, as a matter of fact, need the mind very much. And this is what makes us different as creatures from other creatures here on earth. The meaning, however, of all this is not to feed the mind. Not to feed the mind with any of these energies if they get blocked on their way. And for Kundalini to really successfully and without affecting us that much, because there's many people who experience a lot of trouble, let's say, on their Kundalini awakening. And I really understand this. It all depends how we deal with this energy, let's say. Do we cooperate it or do we counter it? And by letting go, we are actually allowing the sacred intuition speak within us. And when the intuition speaks within us, there's nothing more powerful. Because the intuition is the perfect combination, the best balance between the mind and the instinct. This is where the ethics and the morals are involved, and we are to follow them. When a human being follows infinitely their intuition, they let go and they just go with the flow, and they do what the heart desires, it will always be according to the ethical rules. We don't actually need to purposely focus on these rules, but we need to try to tap into the highest potential of the heart, to really give in the love, so that we can hear the intuition. The intuition is the voice of the divine within us. And when we are blocking it, which happens pretty much all the time, the first voice that we hear of anything, it is our intuition speaking. And then the second thought that comes, this is the mind. And it happens because the mind is fed in let's say the wrong food. Because the mind can be fed in many ways, and the more we practice letting go and trying to listen to the intuition, the more we will become friends with our mind, and the mind will stop interfering, or at least as much, because there's always an energy that we need to counter, and it is good. Don't take it as something bad. This is very good. We grow, we evolve in this way, and this is a part of the evolution. So it's amazing. It's actually very good. So that's it, my lovely divine feminine. We are here to help the Kundalini as a part of the big process of bonding with our other half, with our twin flame counterpart. And we as divine feminine are the best carriers of intuition. Every human being has very good intuition, but the divine feminine has something a little bit more special in this respect. And Kundalini awakens even further these receptors, and we are able to really hear it very well. It is, if we have to describe it, this is a very deep knowing deep within us, that it is just the way. And if we follow it, we are always on the right path. On the right path to your masculine twin flame.